where music and minds meet.
We live in a world.
It's time to get in the ring with NJPW.
Finally, it's time to get in the ring, and Beast Mike's in the building.
Yes, I'm actually here live and in person on a very chilly Friday, February the 10th, 2017. Let's see, there's plenty to get to this week.
Yes, there is. WWE stuff, of course, as always.
Elimination Chamber this Sunday in Phoenix.
We had a New Beginning show last Sunday, and we have a New Beginning show tomorrow. So we'll review New Beginning in Sapporo, and then go into New Beginning in Osaka. That's the first lead story. Also, TNA and Noah have a talent exchange as well.
I did see the agreement that was signed.
Yes.
The deal was done. Yeah, I did see that.
Ring of Honor week. He's losing talents left and right. Kevin Kelly being departed, and also Donovan Dijak and Keith Lee.
It's disappointing that Kevin Kelly is out because I thought he was a really good broadcaster for Ring of Honor.
No, he took the New Japan full-time gig.
Okay. Well, that works. That works for me. That works.
Yeah.
That works.
He took the New Japan full-time gig, and he couldn't.
He couldn't. It's so similar to Corey Graves, where Graves was doing NXT and Raw and 205 Live. Corey Graves dropped NXT. Nigel McGuinness was not bad. We'll get to NXT later, but Nigel McGuinness was not bad.
No.
For NXT.
I didn't even watch NXT. God.
Yeah.
I
watched it.
It's been so busy.
I've
been working, honestly.
I watched a lot of the chamber matches over the last, there
was a good article on Voices of Wrestling.
I was watching a lot of Elimination Chamber.
With Elimination Chambers by the number, so we'll go through that.
Right.
So let's first go into New Beginning in Sapporo, which took place on February 5th in Sapporo. I gotta pull up the Osaka card because I thought New Beginning in Osaka was today. I didn't know. I thought it was today, not tomorrow. I'm an idiot. But we have the New Beginning in Sapporo, the evolution of the age, at the Hokkaido Prefectural Sports Center in Sapporo, Japan. And this was off the heels of Wrestle Kingdom, of course, and New Year Dash.
Right.
It's a very hit or miss show, I thought. The top end was very good, and the other stuff was pretty skippable.
So they focused on their heavy stuff.
They focused on their heavy stuff. I thought the Osaka card that's coming up tomorrow is a deeper card, but because you have Shibata Ospreay, Hiromu versus Dragon Lee, Elgin, you have the tag 3-way, and you have the 6-man tag titles all being defended. This only had 3 title matches, so it was a lot of blast stuff, but we'll get to all of that.
So basically a lot of filler.
A lot of filler.
We got the title matches that were the important stuff. I see.
So we had the first match with El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru defeating Kushida and Hirai Kawato. Kawato looked good as a young lion. Here, showing a lot of fire. Kushida, it's just confusing right now with him because they're really focusing on Hiromu. And he was basically the junior that was put on last year.
Okay.
So he's just doing prelims right now, just
getting his feet wet.
And he obviously had the featured Wrestle Kingdom match. And then Suzuki Gun only had one win on the entire night, and it was this one with El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. A lot of people were thinking a Suzuki Gun sweep.
Okay. Suzuki Gun was a huge disappointment.
Not disappointment, but, people thought that Minoru was going to win. People thought it was going to be similar to how they took over Noah.
Okay.
But it wasn't that at all. So that was a good 3-star opener. Kanemaru pinned Kawato, and Kawato's only 19 years old. That's the thing.
That's pretty good. He's got plenty of time to grow.
Still very young, and still very up and coming. So, and then we have another match featuring young lions Yuji Nakata, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, and Satoshi Kojima defeating Yoshitatsu Henare and Tomoyuki Oka. Tomoyuki Oka is the guy that the young lion that New Japan is pegging as the next big thing. Mm-hmm. But he just doesn't hop off the page to me like some of the other Japanese young lions in other companies like Kazuhata Higuchi or Takuya Nomura or Ben K and Dragon Gate. They hop off the page as, oh, they're going to be future aces.
Okay. You think
they think this guy's going to be Okada's foil for the next
couple years.
For a couple years to come.
But instead, he's more. You think he's more of like a second tier?
Yeah. I just don't see it. I really don't. And this is very early in his career, and they've kept him very sheltered. But he's very technically sound in the ring.
Okay.
It's not like
you can't wrestle. It's
no,
just the fact
no.
You just don't see.
Dave Meltzer made the comparison. He's better, and he's only had 7 matches compared to Performance Center guys who's been there for 3 years. So. You think maybe Henare is just going to be a junior star. Yoshitatsu's nothing. He's going to Mexico. His last show is going to be the New Beginning in Osaka show. So Tomoyuki Oka is the one you have to watch here because Nagata really likes him, and Kadani really likes him as well.
Okay.
So
he's put on with the right people.
Yeah, and he has a nice soup. He has a nice belly to belly.
Okay.
Overhead belly to belly.
Nice.
Gato, Jado, and Will Ospreay defeated Katsuyori Shibata, Jushin Liger, and Tiger Mask. This was nothing. Honestly, even with the Shibata and Ospreay interaction.
They were trying to tease Ospreay Shibata and preview that for the today.
But the Kurgan show on 127 sort of heightened that because Ospreay attacked Shibata at the bell and basically was giving Shibata a beating. So this was skippable. I go a star and 3/4 on it, honestly. And I like everybody involved. It's just. It was just a match.
It was just there.
And then we get Yoshihashi, not Yoshitatsu. That would have been a disaster if he was in the ring with Takeshi Iizuka, 50-year-old Takeshi Iizuka.
That's not good.
But
Hashi
Yoshihashi worked hard. It's just the Suzuki Gun antics.
Okay.
Just not for me. Star and 3/4. Nothing there. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Ryusuke Taguchi, and Manabu Nakanishi, Michael Elkin, and Dragon Lee defeated Tetsuya Naito, Evil, Sonata, Hiromu Takahashi, and Bushi. But the real story coming out of this match is Dragon Lee's awesome overdub music. You want to hear this piece of work?
All right, let's go.
You want to hear this piece of work?
All right. I mean, we've seen some dumpster fires in New Japan in terms of music. Why does he have a rap theme? This actually isn't even that bad. Why does he have a rap theme?
I think he had the rap theme in CMLL.
This actually is pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm expecting a dumpster fire, like Tanahashi's new flow. But
Tanahashi's new theme is a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
expecting that. But this is actually pretty good. That one's actually good.
At least Liger's was respectable.
I don't know how it fits him unless they turn like his character into like something like with a whole lot of swag to it. But that actually is pretty good.
And we have the top 3 New Japan World Overdub jams. Jushin Liger's, of course. Dragon Lee's Come and Get It, and Red Dragon's Waiting For, which you've heard it before.
Yeah, I've heard Red Dragons. Yeah, I've heard Dragon and Liger, but that's the first I've heard about Dragon Lee's, and I think that was nice.
They just started using it at the show.
I actually like that one. That was pretty cool. That was like they got to turn his character into like some sort of like swagged out gimmick to really make that stick. But I think
But
I like
that's not the theme he's
but
coming out
actually
to
pretty
in the
good.
arena. So that's
Okay.
just the overdub.
Okay. Well, good. But
Because-
that's pretty good.
Because he comes out to a licensed song.
All right. I got you.
So, but this match was good. Lee pinned Bushi, not Hiromu. Hiromu's ultra protected right now, which we'll get to in the preview and our predictions. 3 3/4, very good stuff. Then we get to the reason why I was playing Roppongi Vice earlier.
Yep. So the junior.
And for those of you who don't know, Beast Mike does not like the Roppongi Vice team. How dare he?
I like the team. I just think that the flow doesn't match. Like the bars do not match the flow. I think that it's just not a. It just doesn't come off well. They're a good team. In the ring, they can go. They can get down.
Yeah,
I got no beef with that.
Beretta's a selling machine.
Yeah, Beretta and Romero know what they're doing. I got no beef with them in the ring. I just think that the music just doesn't flow right. But yeah,
it was overdone Suzuki gun spots and the Tai Chi antics. Not good.
As they Roppongi Vice retained against Taka, Michinoku, and Tai Chi.
Tai Chi's awful.
Yeah, Tai Chi's pretty bad, and Taka, though back in the 90s he was a legend, but he was still a monster.
He did a springboard moonsault. He did a springboard outside moonsault.
That's pretty good.
That's the only thing I really remember from this match.
The Taka can still do that, which is still pretty good. But yeah, they were Roppongi retaining the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles.
We're 6 matches in, and now we're getting to the meat of the card, the title matches. Never openweight title. Hiroki Goto defeated Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson hopped him at the bell, and he knew he was outclassed. They were telling that story. He knew he was outclassed, so he had to take shortcuts. But Goto thwarted Juice's attempts. So, and he did this sick version of the GTR where he rope hung him like Randy Orton does for the
DDT.
For the DDT, but turns it into the GTR. Ooh. It was as nasty as you looked.
Okay. And then Robinson goes down for 3.
He kicked out of that one, and then he had a normal
GTR to finish him.
GTR.
Okay. You know what, though? I kind of like what they're doing. They're putting Juice Robinson in more, like, higher profile stuff. But they're not like, they're kind of slow playing his build.
Yes.
I like to do this. Yes, I can see something by the time we get to the summer.
At the next Cork and Hall show, that was this week, on Tuesday, they did an elimination match, and it came down to Goto and Juice.
Okay.
And Juice eliminated Goto over the top rope.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I like what they're. I think by the summer
they do elimination tags, and one of the eliminations is over the top rope. That's how.
I think by the summer, Juice is gonna get like really put on it. Like
maybe a G1.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I think Juice will have a little like a dark horse type of run somewhere. Like he'll have like a super run.
Maybe like the Hanma of the G1.
Right, exactly. Well, I can see that.
Then we get to Toriyama, Tomohiro Ishii defeating Togi Makabe and Tomoaki Hanma and Killer Elite Squad. And thoughts to Lance Archer, who severely herniated his disc in this match. I couldn't tell where, but he worked hard.
Usually herniated disc is in your back.
Yeah, and he had like a pinched nerve in his hip as well. He was working through that as well. So thoughts to Lance Archer there. And he got replaced by Iizuka in the Osaka show. So we have to rearrange the entire card.
Right.
Because
that changes things. Yeah, it really does change things.
Yeah, we'll just preview the title matches because that's really all that matters. Yeah. This was a match. Yano pinned Makabe. It seems like every time this match got momentum, Yano came in. And it was like...
just killed it.
Just killed the momentum because of his antics. It was there. It was a 3.5-star match. It was a good 3-way.
It feels like the Knicks and then Carmelo Anthony playing ISO. That's kind of what happens there.
Yeah.
So,
it sort of is what happens when Phil Jackson tweets out.
Yep.
comparing him to Michael Spencer of the CBA.
Yep,
Come on.
Everyone needs to go their separate ways. Like Melo needs to get out of New York. Phil Jackson needs to get out of New York. Spike Lee said he packed their bags. They need to get out. They all need to, and Dolan probably needs to sell the team. They need to get out. Dolan will never sell it. He makes too much money off the Garden. They need to get out. Anyway, back to business. From what used to be a proud franchise to now a proud champion in Okada, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
And he got destroyed. He got destroyed in this match.
Okada gets wrecked.
He got wrecked by Minoru Suzuki. Like the knee part. You watched this match, right?
Okada.
Yeah, I shared it with you, right?
You might have. I'm not sure I got the chance to see it.
It was almost murder of the leg by Suzuki.
Suzuki had a game plan, and he executed it to
perfection. Oh my god! And the next and 2 nights after at the elimination match, they did like Okada, Roppongi Vice, and Ishii and Yano versus Iizuka, Archer, not Archer, Smith,
right.
Kanemaru, El Desperado, and Suzuki, and that
it might as well.
And he did a sell job. He did an amazing sell job on that one. I thought the English commentary here. I think Callis was very on point, but Kevin Kelly had really no emotion to the knee bar teases, which took away a little bit from the match for me because I watched it on the English feed. But if it was the Japanese commentary, they would have been going.
They would have crushed
balls
it.
To the wall.
They would have crushed it.
I thought the Suzuki Gun run-in was a little bit too late in the match, but it got thwarted quickly, which was a good thing.
So you think it needed to happen, you just think it should have been a little earlier.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But my God, Okada's selling of the leg was freaking magnificent. And I know some people are like, oh, he used the leg, blah, blah, blah. Who cares?
No.
It's like adrenaline.
It's a lot. Yeah, I think it's... I like the psychology. I like the psychology of trying to... Like,
and I think
of the whole
some
deal.
people in pro wrestling don't come from a sports background.
Right.
So they do the over-exaggerated selling. And, and they don't take, in fact, adrenaline and things of that nature.
Right.
But
and in some cases, what makes sports great are the epic drama, the epic comebacks. That's what kind of makes it great. And so, or overcoming pain or something like
Suzuki,
that.
my God.
But Suzuki basically played the role of executioner to Okada's knee, but Okada still found a way.
There were some spots I loved in this match. When Okada tried to go for the God-style tombstone, mocking Suzuki, I loved that. When Suzuki thwarted that. He did the wrist clutch spot. He did the wrist clutch spot, and Suzuki just punched him to let it go. And I was like, oh my God, this is just next level crap here. Not crap, but stuff.
We've learned from Okada over the years that he can throw some swag into whatever match he puts into.
But Suzuki didn't finish him off.
He can get cocky
but
with
it's gonna be that moment when Okada holds the wrist, he gets hit with the guy's finisher. That's going to be a big moment.
Yes.
So, in that case, I love the psychology of Okada. He's a next-level pro wrestler. Suzuki is a next-level pro wrestler. He's 49 years old.
He's still putting work.
And he's putting in magnificent matches in a style that doesn't really impact him a lot. He hasn't taken a lot of big bombs. So
Okada is able to protect and carry. Basically, Okada's able to protect him and carry him. But
no, this wasn't a carry. This was a Suzuki. This was a Suzuki match.
Okay,
this was a Suzuki match. And Okada's selling was very good.
Okada's made it hot.
He works the pancrase, can't style.
Right.
That's what Suzuki works, which is a very low impact style. That's why I was saying
Okay, I
that
got you.
can make him last long into the wrestling business. And
Right.
that's why he's still very good at what he does. But my God, this was very good. I rated this at 4.5 stars. Very good.
It's a great job at both.
Yeah.
Okada does retain his IWGP Heavyweight
Rainmaker.
Championship with the Rainmaker
Yeah,
finishing
3
the deal.
Rainmakers.
Yeah. That's what he needed to do. I mean, considering all the punishment Suzuki was exerting on the knee, he kind of had to do that.
But this dude, if you don't think Kazuchika Okada is a great pro wrestler, seriously, you should stop watching modern pro wrestling.
He's a great world champion. He has been a great world champion for years now.
Because he adds little wrinkles
Yeah.
and he
adapts.
differentiates stuff, and it's just, I'm so passionate about it because he's a great pro wrestler.
He
and
adapts his game.
some people online are like, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, enjoy greatness while you have it.
Like, do you see the stuff he puts on? He's a big match player in a time where we've seen a few big match players. Like, we know, like, obviously here with Cena being a big match player, Okada's in that
Okada's
class.
a better big match player
And-
than John
and-
Cena.
and possibly
Tanahashi's a better big match player
better,
than John
yes,
Cena.
And probably better.
Kenny Omega's a better big match player than John Cena.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would go that
far. Omega,
I would go that far.
Omega's had how many
Are
big
you-
matches? 3, 4?
He's had a lot of good matches before.
But I'm talking
New
big
Japan.
matches, like big matches, like on big stages.
Like a lot. He's at during the DDT Sumo Hall shows. He's done it. And in New Japan, every time you put Kenny Omega in a big spot,
I'll give
he
you that.
delivers.
Over the last 15 months or 13 or 14 months, Omega has been, I think, other than Okada, the best player in New Japan. He's been it's been Omega, it's been Okada, Omega. I go Naito third, and then we go with the rest. But I think I will go Omega second on New Japan. I'll give you that. But like over that long period of time, the way that Cena's done it, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to put Omega in that class quite yet.
I know you're coming in from a WWE standpoint,
But
which
I
is
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But
that
I've
Omega,
seen this guy's career, and I'm like,
I get what you're saying that Omega is a big match player, and he is that. I'm not saying he's not. The long period of time of like big match after big match after like classic after classic after classic. I'm coming at it with that.
John
point
Cena
of view.
wasn't this consistent always.
True. No, John will have a big match and then fall off, and then John will have a big match and then fall
Omega's
off.
more consistent than John Cena.
Okay. Yeah, I can live with that.
I can
live with that.
The last 2 years of John Cena have blurred the. John Cena's a great pro wrestler. I'm not saying John
Right.
Cena's not a great pro
Right,
wrestler.
no, you're not saying he can't
I
wrestle.
think
No,
Kenny
you're-
Omega's better.
You're not saying that. You're saying you go
I
take Cena versus
would
Omega,
take
you
Prime Omega over Prime Cena.
Okay.
I would.
Prime Cena, you would argue, like his best stuff. His best year was 2007.
But
I think
it was,
I would watch Omega's 2015, 2016 way more than John Cena's 2007. But John Cena's 2007 was, I would say, the peak of John Cena's career was the last 2 years.
yeah, you can argue that too. Yeah, you
Because-
can argue because of his battles with Owens, his battles with AJ, and how Cena evolved his game.
You see Cena evolve.
Yeah,
Great pro wrestlers evolve
Yeah.
into what they are.
right. Which makes Okada great.
Which makes Okada great. Which gets to my point, they're all great pro wrestlers.
Right.
Not everyone on this New Japan card, Taichi and
No,
Yoshitatsu.
there's some scrubs amongst them, but we're talking like the high end guys. You're thinking like the guys like the high end guys you'd argue in WWE right now are probably Cena and AJ, and the high end guys in the New Japan right now you'd argue are Omega and Okada.
Yeah. That is exactly what I'm saying. New beginning in Osaka. This whole card got changed because of Lance Archer's injury. So we'll just do the title matches here. Taguchi Japan is the official name of this trio of Hiroshi Tanahashi, who still thinks he's the ace. Go ace!
So bad.
So bad.
We heard a great track with Dragon Lee, and then we hear that Go Ace track from Tamahashi. We're like, wow.
No, we heard the Dragon Lee track first, and then Go Ace, and then we heard Elgin's theme. Manabu Nakanishi and Ryusuke Kikuchi versus Little Singular Monopoly de Japón. You'd be stupid not to predict.
Ibushi, Evil, and Sonata.
You'd be stupid not to
Go Los and Go Monopolies?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because this title changes hands like hot potatoes.
Yeah.
And it was a cool little story of Tanahashi's thing. Yeah, I'm the ace. I'm holding the never open weight 6-man tag titles.
Watch Tamahashi gets pinned for it. It wouldn't shock me if Tamahashi got pinned for it.
Nah.
I
would say Bushi.
Him? Okay.
I would say Nakanishi.
You go spare Tamahashi, okay.
Yeah. You still want to keep Tanahashi strong for those big G1s.
Fair point. You need him hot for the summer. Fair point.
British Heavyweight Championship, Katsuyori Shibata versus Will Ospreay. I say Shibata wins because they already shot the ankle with Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah. And they had a great match, Sabre and...
Riddle.
Yeah, Sabre and Riddle's match was dope. But this Shibata versus Ospreay. Ospreay's another one's he could have another really good year in 2017. I think, I would agree with you. I think Shibata would be too strong and retain.
Yeah. So, this is where the matches change. Chaos, Ishii and Yano versus GBH versus not KES, but Suzuki-gun. It's Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Takashi Iizuka. This match quality has taken down.
It's dropped heavy.
Yeah, because Iizuka sucks.
So, I'm guessing before Archer got hurt, were you going to go Killer Elite Squad? Or
I was going to go Killer Elite Squad before Archer got hurt, but
okay.
But because they were protected in the fall, they didn't take the fall. But now I'm thinking GBH.
How long do you think? How long is you think Archer's going to be out for?
He's had a while, honestly.
So we're talking.
He tweeted out.
So we're talking about him by a couple months,
a few months. Yeah.
Okay. So
he severely herniated his disc.
I think Chaos retains. I think Chaos is going to retain.
That's what I'm reading here. Hiromu Takahashi versus Dragon Lee. This should be fantastic.
That should be crazy.
You give these two guys a semi-main event?
Yeah, they give them a co-main match. They're going to knock it out of the park.
You're going to see these two guys possessed.
They're going to go nuts. They're going to
go nuts.
They're going to spaz on this one.
I say Hiromu wins. They're going to keep him strong.
Yeah, Dragon Lee's still fairly new to this New Japan game. I think his time will come. His time will certainly come when he wins the Junior Heavyweight Championship.
But this match shouldn't be nothing but the best match.
It's going to be crazy. This is probably going to be the best match of the night. Yeah, it's this one with Shibata Ospreay. I think it'll be the two best matches.
Not slighting Naito Elgin, which should be fantastic.
Which is going to be a very good main event. But I think the other two one-on-ones for titles are going to be the best matches here. I got Takahashi retaining, but I think it's going to be a tremendous fight.
There's a slight chance that Elgin could win, so Naito's freed up for the April show, and he could win New Japan Cup.
Comes out there, Naito wins the cup, and then goes after Okada again?
Yeah, but that's the same story you told last year, so I'm not too sure.
I don't think they're prepared to go that route again.
This is Naito winning.
I don't think they're prepared to go that route again. I think
it's a later thing.
Could Naito make a run in G1? Absolutely. I think they could go that route.
I think Shibata's going to win G1.
Yeah, okay. All right.
They've kept Shibata.
They are keeping them nuclear hot right now, Shibata.
Yeah. They're keeping them apart, too. So
right. That would be a great match at W Kingdom 12. Shibata, Okada, and Wrestle Kingdom 12? That would be a crazy good match. Can Okada take the physical abuse that Shibata would bring him? That would be entertaining.
Yeah,
I really would like to see that.
I would love to see that too. But yeah, that's it for New Japan. Let's get to the other news and notes. A few people left Ring of Honor, of course. Keith Lee signed with WWN. Dijak looks like he's headed for WWE. So is Kyle O'Reilly. Adam Cole looks like he's 1 foot out the door. And Kevin Kelly left. So we don't know where Ring of Honor is going to stand, especially since New Japan's going to be running on their own. They're doing the War of the Worlds tour, which is coming here. I'm just not sure. like the future of Ring of Honor. Because the roster's weak and it's filled with indie veterans.
Yeah, well, what a step back.
It's been like this for about a year. This is what happens when you depend on New Japan talent.
Yeah, over the last year and a half, even like what a step back Ring of Honor is taking. It's a bit of a shock because they
have money behind them.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
And then this time in 2015, we were thinking, Ring of Honor is going to be hot because they got their own TV deal. They basically won the battle with TNA and everything was cool. And it's like,
and then TNA is slowly coming back.
And then now, so all of a sudden, TNA is starting to regain its footing.
Because Jarrett is running it again with D'Amore and Mantell, and that's more of a steady thing.
They got the right. They seem like they got a proper set in place
because that's what
structure in place.
That's the structure that was in there in 2006,
right? And which carried TNA to heights where they were hot at the start of the decade, and they're now. I guess it's really TNA trying to get back to that, and they're trying to really get back to that level, and then so far they're doing a pretty good job of it.
So, we go to WWE Elimination Chamber, and then we'll get to Raw and NXT.
All the other stuff. SmackDown was dope this week.
We'll do Elimination Chamber by the numbers.
Right.
The most appearances with 8.
Yes, most appearances with 8.
By Chris Jericho.
Yep, Jericho.
Triple H is tied for second with 6. All hail.
Yep.
All hail.
And the game has a incredibly high winning percentage. He's won 4 out of the 6 he's been in. Jericho with 8 appearances. I believe Jericho has 10 eliminations, 10 or 11 eliminations.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to eliminations in a moment. But Jericho did win in 2010. He did win the World Heavyweight Championship, his 6th title in 2010.
60% of Elimination Chamber participants have only had 1 appearance, while only 24 participants have entered the Devil's Playground more than once.
Right.
So, victories. 4. To the surprise of many few, all hail.
The game.
Triple H.
The game. So Triple H's wins were SummerSlam 2003.
New Year's Revolution.
That was the one that Goldberg dominated. New Year's Revolution 05, which I think is probably my favorite chamber. Triple H won No Way Out 2009. That was the one with the great finish with Undertaker. And in 2008, which was the great finish with Jeff Hardy. So Triple H won those 4 elimination chambers.
And John Cena is second all time with 3 wins.
Cena was the first man to go wire to wire and actually win at an elimination chamber. That was New Year's Revolution 2006. Cena also won the Elimination Chamber 2010 and Elimination Chamber 2011.
John Cena's second, Edge is third with 2, and then 12 other men have 1 Elimination Chamber win. The New Day, Bobby Lashley, Jack Swagger, Ryback, Daniel Bryan, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Orton, CM Punk, and Jericho.
Yep. Obviously the New Day one was the only tag team one, and Edge is the only person to compete in 2 chamber matches in the same night. 2009, Edge competed and lost the WWE title in one, and then ran up on Kofi Kingston and took his spot, and then won the World Heavyweight Championship in the other.
Highest win percentage is 100% because 5 people have only entered once and won it.
New Day, Lashley, Ryback, and Swagger.
But
actually, no. Biggie and Woods, because Kofi did enter a couple other chambers, but Biggie and Woods do have 100% chamber.
For those
percentage.
who have more than 1 appearance, Triple H has the highest win percentage at 66.7. 2/3 of the chamber matches he's won is.
He's won 4 out of 6, like I mentioned earlier.
And then John Cena came in second with 3 out of 5.
Yes.
Lowest win percentage is 0%.
Which is a lot of people.
45 men have entered without a victory, but nobody has done it more without winning than Kane.
Kane has had a good history of production and destruction in the chamber, just never to win it.
Just in 5 all-time appearances, Kane has 0 victories.
Right.
Most eliminations is 10. Jericho.
Which is Jericho, yes.
Jericho.
Yep.
Triple H, all hail.
Yep.
Finishes second. Undertaker is third and has 6 least eliminations is 0. 22 elimination chamber participants have failed to secure an elimination, which represents only 37% of all-time participants. Wade Barrett's the most futile and is 3. Chamber appearances, the King Barrett couldn't muster up a single striking elimination.
Right.
Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, and Great Khali also multiply Chamber participants that don't have
eliminations.
Highest eliminations per appearance. Goldberg
had that run in 2003 where Goldberg ran right through a young Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Jericho and disposed of all of them in short order.
Tie. Who's tied with Goldberg?
With 3 eliminations in one chamber? Who tied Goldberg in that?
You won't. Don't look up.
No, I'm not looking up.
Take a guess. I know who it is.
I'm trying to remember back, all the chambers. I got up to 2012. I watched Punk's Wire to Wire win earlier. Actually, it's CM Punk.
No.
They didn't give it to Punk. Wow, because Punk technically eliminated Jericho because knocked Jericho out. And then he pinned R-Truth and pinned The Miz. So technically Punk would have 3 in one.
There's a third guy.
No, okay, then there's a third guy.
There's a third guy.
Who was the third guy?
Apple.
Apple? Oh, are you thinking Big Apple? Are you thinking near?
No, I'm thinking he had an apple.
Carlito.
Yup.
Carlito. 2006. Yes,
He had
2006. 3. He had 3. He pinned
Kane?
he pinned Kane with the help of Chris Masters, pinned Shawn Michaels, and then pinned Masters as he double crossed him. And Carlito made the final 2. That's right. Carlito did that. That's right. Good. Carlito and Masters' plan, that was genius what they did in the Chamber in 06. It seemed like every Chamber match has had a different soul to it, a different vibe to it, which I think is what made this match last so long.
Viewers eliminations per appearance, 0.25. I'm throwing out those with 0 eliminations. That's no fun. But let's focus on R-Truth.
Yep.
Who participated in 4 chamber matches and mustered just 1 elimination, like pinfall victory over Wade Barrett.
Yep, which was in 2015, where R-Truth has had some very short chamber stints. Remember in 2010, he started the match with CM Punk and didn't even last the 5 minutes before another pod opened. He lasted maybe 3 or 4 minutes with Sheamus after his pod opened in 2011. His longest stint, he had the 2012 stint where he actually lasted a good deal before Punk got him again, and then obviously 2015.
High average star rating. The average star rating is over 3.5. It's 3.61.
Most of them have been good. There have been some clunker ones, like the IC title one last year, or a couple years ago.
December to Dismember, we would like to forget.
I did see that one. I did watch that one back, and that wasn't very good.
Why would you?
Just to watch them all. Just to watch them all over again. That was not very good. There have been some clunkers in there.
Highest star rating, as I have 5 of them, is the 4.25. Never reached the 4.5 mark. But the most recent one to receive that high mark is Drew McIntyre versus Edge versus Kane versus Rey Mysterio.
I watched that one this morning. I watched that one yesterday. Barrett. That one was really good. That chamber match where Edge and Mysterio went wire to wire. Only the second duo to go wire to wire. Taker and Batista did it in 2008. And there have been several guys that have gone wire to wire.
And the inaugural went
Triple H went wire to wire in 2002, and which I think that's their highest rated one, but that was tremendous. Let's see, Cena went wire to wire in 2006. I told you Taker Batista.
I think the 2005 one did.
05 was my favorite one. The 05 one was my favorite. The one with Shawn Michaels was the ref. That was my favorite one. Let's see, Cena, Undertaker, Batista in 08 went wire to wire. Rey Mysterio did it twice. Mysterio did it in 2009 and then 2011 with Edge, where they both went wire to wire. And then Punk went wire to wire in 2012. So there have been guys that go wire to wire and get to the last 2 or win it. Punk, Cena, Edge, and Undertaker are the 4 to go wire to wire and actually win.
And the lowest star rating on the low end is 2.5 stars.
Oh, the Intercontinental Championship one was pretty bad.
Oh yeah,
that one was pretty bad.
Ryback, Sheamus, R-Truth, King Barrett, Dolph, and Mark Henry.
Yeah, it just didn't click. The tag team one was actually decent that last year, in 2015, but this one was pretty bad.
And the other to receive 2.5 stars is the infamous December to Dismember main event.
The only one where weapons were advertised and properly used in a chamber match. I mean, great, there's been a couple weapons in a couple chambers, but this one was advertised with weapons with Paul Heyman putting I think it was a crowbar, a chair, a table, and a barbed wire baseball bat obviously, remember, this is ECW we're talking about, so of course weapons had to be involved. And but yeah, this match just did not click. It was we all knew this was a 2-horse race between Lashley and Big Show, and this match did not click until it got to Lashley and Show.
Freaking Test.
Yeah, Test did have a sweet elbow drop off the top of the chamber, which almost caved in RVD's head. But other than that, it just did not click. It just didn't click.
The preview Elimination Chamber.
All right, so
this is weird. A 2-on-1 face versus heel.
Yeah, Dolph asked for this. Okay, so SmackDown this week, and SmackDown was dope this week, by the way. SmackDown was crazy. There were some crazy good promos this week in Seattle. So Kalisto squashed Dolph and beat him in about 90 seconds. Dolph snapped and started wailing on him with a chair. Apollo Crews would come out, and Crews would get involved. In the second verse, same as the first, Crews would go to work on Dolph and repeatedly hit him with the chair. So Dolph is backstage, and it cuts a promo with Daniel Bryan. And is like, yo, like I can beat Kalisto, I can beat Apollo Crews, I can beat them both at the same time. And Daniel Bryan was like, all right, let's put your money where your mouth is. So they booked the match, the handicap match. Ziggler.
Watch Dolph win.
Yeah, Dolph is going to win.
And then Apollo Crews turns heel.
Yeah, he'll probably pin Crews. But yeah, that's totally happening.
My interest level is a 2.
Yeah, no, this is going to be Dud City. I don't see any good coming from this. Dolph is going to have a run, I think, in the summer, but I don't see any good coming from this.
Luke Harper, Randy Orton, let's just be honest. Let's see.
We've seen this song and dance a lot, so it's kind of waning the interest.
But
it's a good
let's
song
be
and
honest,
dance.
because Randy Orton's going to WrestleMania and he's winning this match.
Of course he is. Yeah, we've established that. The interest level is still going to be a 6 because you're going to get a good match with Luke Harper. You're going to get a good match, and you're going to get a good
unless
battle.
Randy Orton turns it into Chinlock City.
Yeah, right, let's turn to sleep. Yeah, let's turn to Sleeper Chinlock City. Yeah, but I think you're going to get a good match from them.
The first of 3.
Yeah, we got 3 women's matches.
Which has never happened in WWE.
Right, and this one kicked it up a notch. With the interview that Phillips did with Natalya and Nikki, when Natalya spit some heat about saying she took it a stepped up a notch when she promptly said that if Natalya wasn't married, John would probably be with her. And she, by John, obviously we mean Cena. And there was some serious heat coming from that interview that Phillips did. So talking smack, Nikki is interviewed, and Natty comes up to the stage, and a brawl ensues. Natalya gets the best of it by the signature part of it, basically pulling Nikki's arm and her head and neck going into like the little like tape, the little awning thing, the little staging awning thing they have there. It kind of went right. Her head and neck went kind of right into that area. There was a thud, and there was a obvious imprint of Nikki's face on that awning. It was a thud. There was some pain to it.
But Nikki Bella is winning because
I would expect Nikki to win.
WrestleMania match.
Yeah, I would expect Nikki to win.
Then we get.
I actually wish this was in the chamber. I kind of wish this was in the chamber.
No,
you don't want this in the chamber?
Nah.
I kind of wish it was. So we got the sixth, the tag team turmoil match. American Alpha defends against the Usos, Slater and Rhino, the Ascension, Vaudevillains, and Breezango.
Do you really want to give the Ascension a chamber match? Seriously? No.
They were in the tag team one before. They were in the tag team one before and actually got 2 eliminations. I would say then the Ascension actually they did a tag team match, a 12-man tag on SmackDown this week, and the heel team of the Usos, the Vaudevillains, and the Ascension ended up beating Breezango, American Alpha,
and
Slater and Rhino, with the Ascension getting the pin on Rhino. I'd still say Alpha retains. I think we're getting closer to an Alpha Usos showdown, which I think needs to happen. Those are really the 2 real threats here.
The revival couldn't come any quicker.
Though I like the Vaudevillains, I think this is going to be an Alpha Uso showdown coming soon. I got American Alpha retaining.
Yeah, I got American Alpha retaining. Alexa Bliss versus Naomi.
This has actually been entertaining.
1, 2, 3. Alexa.
Yeah, I would love to see Naomi win this. I really would. I think for years I think Naomi could have been a champion. As a women's champion in WWE, I'd love to see Naomi win it, but I think Alexa's just too strong right now. This was a good promo. They did the dual contract signing with Alexa and Mickey and Naomi and Becky, they did the dual contract signings with the 2 matches, and all 4 women spit some heat. Mickey spit the most heat, and Alexa probably second. With the memorable comment from Alexa saying, as she focused her attention on Becky, it was like, "Oh wait, Naomi, hi, you're still here. I didn't realize you were here." The disrespect to Naomi, which I thought was nice. It was a nice touch. But the Becky and Naomi kind of owned the situation physically. I would expect Alexa to get it done by hook or crook. I think Alexa gets it done.
Then probably
I'm
what's
going
to be the best match of the night.
I'm looking forward to this. Other than the Chamber, I'm looking forward to this the most between Becky and Mickey. They're gonna put on a show. I think Becky gets her revenge. I think Becky wins the match, but I think this is gonna be a very good battle between the 2.
Yeah, I think Becky wins, but this is gonna be excellent.
Yes.
And it's going to lead to a 4-way at WrestleMania because we got to shoehorn everybody on the card.
No, I got no problem with the fatal 4-way between these 4. I think Alexa.
I have
Naomi,
a bigger problem with the fatal 4-way on Raw.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, guys, because Nia's hit or miss. I don't know if Nia's ready for this life. The other 3 certainly are, but I don't know if Nia's ready for the life on Raw. And then the Chamber match itself, which star power wise, I think this is a productive Chamber,
but it's predictable.
But it's predictable because I think everyone expects Bray Wyatt to win. Which, yes, I've always wanted Bray to be WWE champion. I just think it's just way too predictable to do it this way. So we had a fatal 4-way. We had 2 matches here, which really, for SmackDown, that really kind of started the show and ended the show. First, Daniel Bryan with the heat. That Miz came they kind of pitched the angle because they were in Seattle, and Daniel Bryan retired literally a year ago Wednesday. Yeah. He retired in Seattle. And then he pitched the angle you're retired, what are you still doing in the ring? Miz would come out and say, what are you still being in the ring? You can't wrestle anymore. What are you doing in the ring? So Daniel Bryan claps back and promptly says, well, not being able to wrestle has never stopped you from being in the ring before, which completely shook Miz and had the whole crowd hype that Daniel Bryan would spit that kind of heat. So this led to a fatal 4-way between Miz, Corbin, Styles, and Ambrose, as they got the other 3 got their barbs in. Eventually, Corbin would get the win by giving the end of days to AJ Styles, but it was a very good fatal 4-way to start the show. Cena, meanwhile, would end up fighting Randy Orton, and kind of sort of fighting with Bray Wyatt. Cena, he would eat his sister Abigail in an RKO, but Luke Harper would come in and save the day by discus clotheslining Bray and leaving enough of a distraction for Randy Orton to get pinned by Cena. So Cena would win the match with him and Orton, which could have been a WrestleMania preview, but we all think that this is going to be Bray Wyatt.
And that's what I think of John Cena and Randy Orton.
We've seen this song and dance many times. Never on SmackDown, but we've seen this many times. I would expect Bray Wyatt to probably pin Cena to win the WWE Championship. I think that's how Bray wins the title.
Yep.
I think Corbin will be impressive. But I think it'll come down to Bray, AJ, and Cena, and I think it'll be Bray getting the pin on Cena to win the belt.
Yeah, and Bray will get a pin on AJ because we have to screw over AJ.
Yeah.
But this is going to be entertaining. Yeah. Big banter is entertaining.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good match. I
love big banter.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good match.
We all love big banter here. So, Raw.
Raw was not as good as SmackDown, but at least decent. So major points from Raw. They kind of tied all this together here. The major point, obviously, New Day beating Shining Stars, not so major. Let's see here. We got the match set up for next week after Bayley won the 6-person tag match last week. We got to the cut to the chase of Bayley versus Charlotte this Monday on Raw, which I figure this is Bayley's time to win the title. There will be a festival of friendship between Jericho and Kevin Owens, and then Tom Brady. He just made the list. As Brady makes Jericho's list, which is amazing, which is great television. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Let's see here. We got Goldberg is gonna get a one-on-one shot at Owens. They started setting up Fastlane, so Goldberg will get a shot one-on-one with Owens for the Universal Championship. I'm not sure how many people are really looking forward to seeing Goldberg with the title, but we all know how that's probably gonna go down. Jericho ended up retaining his U.S. Championship against Sami Zayn. What was a pretty good match. It wasn't too bad. Nothing to write home about, but not too bad. we saw Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. So we saw the signing of Samoa Joe, and the debut of Samoa Joe in the ring. And Joe versus Reigns was actually productive. It was actually a pretty solid match. Strowman would come down and cause a distraction. Enough of one where Roman would Superman punch him, and then Joe would finish him off with a Uranagi to get it done. Then Joe leaves the ring and concedes the ring to Strowman. Roman would fight back to some degree, but too much brawn and too much power, as he running power slammed him through the barricade to close the deal after giving him a running power slam in the ring. So Strowman dominated the proceedings there. So Strowman versus Reigns is going to go down at Fastlane as well. So those are the two main matches there for the show. Enzo and Cass, the Tag Team Championship match rematch. The other thing that really tie up the loose ends here for Raw. Enzo and Cass, they showed at ringside as Cesaro and Sheamus faced Guns and Gallows, and Anderson Gallows won by disqualification because Gallows dropped Enzo with a boot, and then Cass responded in kind with the same move. So Anderson and Gallows will retain the titles, but Enzo and Cass are clearly coming after the tag titles for Raw. So that was really the major story stuff from Raw. Raw will be in Vegas on Monday, and obviously the celebration, Bayley versus Charlotte. No roulette. Well, we're going to see Bayley, Charlotte, and then the Festival of Friendship will be there for Raw. Goldberg obviously accepted the challenge for last minute, but that's not news.
That's not news.
No,
we knew this for a month.
205 Live was actually good this week. So Mustafa Ali won his way in, beating Daivari to get into the Fatal 5-Way. We unfortunately Tony Nese had an injury, so Tony Nese could not get in. So that's why Ali won his spot. So the Fatal 5-Way turned out to be it was not Nese. It was Gallagher, Perkins, Alexander, Noam Dar, and Mustafa Ali. Predictably,
Gallagher won.
Gallagher won, which was a very good match. Perkins looked very productive. The first, Dar was eliminated quickly with a lumbar check, and then Dar led to Alexander's elimination as Perkins eliminated him with a detonation kick. And then we're down.
Then we get to the umbrella spot.
The umbrella spot was before the eliminations, but it was still very good. I
saw that one.
We got Mary Poppins chant, by the way. The Mary Poppins thing was actually funny. We got how did Ali got eliminated because he tried to 450 splash and he missed. He landed on the knee, and Perkins dealt with him then. So Perkins kind of cleaned up a lot of stuff. So we're down to Perkins and Gallagher for the elimination, and Gallagher took a beating. He really did take a beating from Perkins, but he would eventually get the running drop kick in, despite the work on the knee that Perkins did. So Gallagher wins the match. So it's going to be an all English and British title match at Fastlane between Gallagher and Neville.
Throw Tyler Bate in that.
Speaking of Bate, Bate will defend his newly won UK Championship against Trent Seven on next week's NXT. So that will happen. Oh, the other thing that happened.
That should be good.
Kendrick got the mist from Yoshihiro Tajiri making his return after Kendrick had a match. He's obviously focusing with he wanted Akira Tozawa, but Tozawa wouldn't come out. Instead, Tajiri did and gave him the mist. Kendrick had a match. I believe it was Lince Dorado. He had a match with. Kendrick won. It's all right. Kendrick won.
I just like Dorado a lot more.
Yeah, Kendrick won the match. So Kendrick made it happen, and then Tajiri gave him the green mist, and so obviously Tajiri's not through with the Brian Kendrick. Tajiri's cleared to wrestle. Speaking of being cleared, Aries is too. Aries is good to go. I know he had the orbital bone injury in his eye. In October,
WrestleMania, baby.
And they're talking Aries versus Neville. So they're talking Aries versus Neville,
which should be fantastic.
Which should be really entertaining. And as Aries is, I know he's focused a lot of heat on Tony Nese, which I'm sure is certainly still going to happen. But but he is good to go. So we're going to see.
He likes Tozawa though. Tozawa actually gets a pop.
So Tozawa looks good. Tozawa certainly looks good.
Tozawa.
Tozawa can go. He looks like he could absolutely go on 205 Live. NXT. Really, this is the show dominated by Sanity. So the Bollywood Boys finally came back on television. They would face Big Damo And Trevor Lee, they faced Big Damo effectively in a handicap match because he needed no help.
No.
Big Damo basically destroyed the both of them. We'll move on. Nikki Cross still wants Asuka. I'd love to see it, but they didn't go any further. Asuka wasn't on TV this week. The Revival won their match. It was a pretty good match. The Revival won. So Revival won it.
Who did they face?
It was these big dudes. Remember the Dusty Classic? It was
Riddick Moss?
Yeah, not the football players. Who are these big cats? They had like a nice like team name and music and whatnot, but Dawson would get the pin off of DDT. I was trying to remember who these dudes were, but it was these two big dudes. Not all of us are pain big, but close. But
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it was actually a decent Heavy Machinery.
Heavy Machinery.
That's what they call the group. Heavy Machinery.
Love that.
They were pretty good. They're productive. They're good. But Revival was just too much. Revival promptly challenged
Montez Ford.
Yeah, Revival promptly challenged Office of Pain for the tag titles for NXT Orlando, TakeOver Orlando. Office of Pain wouldn't say a word. They would come out and make Revival run. And then Revival jumped. They threw Akam off the stage, and then they attacked Razar to little effect, just basically angering the both of those big men and causing a showdown, which I'm looking forward to seeing to Office of Pain and Revival. Sanity bookended the show because they attacked Dillinger in an interview, which led to a 3-on-1 attack, and it led to the No Way Jose and Roddy Strong coming out to try to help Dillinger. But it was probably led to the 6-man tag to close the show. Rude's glorious promo was decent. Nothing special really happened there. So the 6-man tag closed the deal, and Sanity was just too strong. They would get the pin on Roddy Strong, but Sanity was just too much. Sanity started and ended the show with dominance. So it was really a Sanity show for NXT.
So NXT was here last night.
I didn't get a chance to go to it.
I didn't get the chance to go either.
I know a friend that did, but
my friend met Ty Dillinger, actually.
Oh, nice. I believe that the main event was
Shinsuke and
DIY versus Rude and Revival, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been a hot main event. That must have been hot. Shinsuke's
Hero was there. Hero, yep.
As we're getting closer,
Cassius Ohno versus defeated Patrick Clark.
Yeah, as we're getting closer to the Heroes debut, the Heroes
he
return.
did debut at the taping, so
we're getting closer to Heroes return. I'm sure when Shinsuke gets back on television, that's when that happens. We're getting closer.
No, he
debuted alone.
Yeah, he debuted alone. Yeah,
but
they're building a 3-way.
Right. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'd love to see that. So still, all in all, NXT been making this return because Philly's been hot for NXT. We've both been to different NXT shows here, so Philly's been hot. Obviously, we know we're getting the Raw before WrestleMania, the Go Home Raw, and then obviously the Royal Rumble will be the next big thing that we're getting next year. We get the Royal Rumble next year. So that's really the major things that happen in WWE. We're looking forward to the Elimination Chamber this Sunday. We'll see what they do in Phoenix and how we get to WrestleMania from there. Fastlane will be in 3 weeks. So we're really 2 weeks from Sunday. So
let's sit back and watch something.
So where are we going?
We're going Sabre Skrull.
Okay.
From Mystery Vortex 4, not the Rev Pro match, which I shared with you anyway.
Yep, 1 fall, 60-minute time limit. This is PWG.
World Championship.
Let's go. Oh, so this is a culmination after
Bola,
after Marty won Bola.
Yeah, everyone knew this match was happening at Mystery Vortex. They didn't. This also featured Riddle and Cobb versus the Box, which was awesome. This is my first time watching this match. Yep.
We know these two are friends, as Marty would elaborate on.
Leaders of the new school tag team.
With his promo after he won Bola. That's two Bolas.
And defending Pro Wrestling Gorilla World Champion, Zack
Sabre
Jr. Bola this year's gonna be dope. I think Bola's gonna be crazy this year.
Well, ladies and
not as crazy as the last.
No, not as dope as the last two.
Joined in
You're losing a lot of guys.
Yeah.
By the #1
Obviously losing Hero.
Roddy,
Been losing Roddy.
Chuck Taylor.
Cole,
Yeah.
O'Reilly.
Yeah.
How does it feel knowing that you will be fighting one of these two men?
It hasn't really sunk in yet.
Chuck Taylor won the #1 contenders match against Adam Cole earlier in the night.
Which is why Taylor's on commentary.
Here we go. All right.
That explains why Taylor's on commentary. He knows he's gonna get these guys, one of these guys, one-on-one. So let's go.
It's been a long time. It's also been a long time.
Marty
for these two,
versus
man.
Zach.
Former
Let's
tag
get
team
it.
partners come up in the ranks together now. Main event, PWG World Title match.
Leaders in the
It's
new
just-
school.
Riddle and Cobb did beat the Bucks.
Time that they have met, obviously, ever. But
It's just
also
too big.
in the Pro Wrestling ring,
All right, so
they
solid collarable tie up to get this
semi-final
rolling.
round of the 2000
We know what this style is going to bring.
Yep. Lot of attacks, lot of technical style.
Grueling contest.
Great.
We'll go behind. We had a little bit of a waist lock there.
Indication of what this match will be
The chain
like.
wrestling is real. We're getting even more. Ooh, that was nice. We're getting a little bit more of a chain wrestling, and then they rolled through. There's a lot of roll throughs there.
Yep.
And then even standoff. But obviously, they know each other's style so well. This is going to be the counters to each other's counters is going to be ridiculous.
But 60 minutes is a long time, especially at 11:56 a.m.
4 minutes remaining in this match.
Let's go. So we're going back to collarable tie-ups in the center of the ring. Gonna go to Saber with the headlock to go over, and now Saber's about to go to work.
Trying to bring up Marty into a spinning predicament. But
No, he's not going for he's going for the octopus. It looked like he was going for an octopus, but no,
Marty again,
he adjusts.
well scouted.
Now he's got the wrist lock on him,
These two guys.
and then Scroll quickly turns it over, and now he has the wrist lock on Marty.
But also very proficient in submissions.
Marty
Though
kicks himself
Zach,
free.
I would say, has a definitely
Xavier kicks himself free, I should say, and then we're back to square one.
Reach advantage, and Zach's so wiry and long, like he can just wrap you up so many different ways.
And now
with a long limb.
they're still in the filling out process.
Educated limbs. I mean, not
Kind of
only-
just testing the
not
waters.
only are his
Yeah.
kicks brutal, but he's got
Kind
a
of a
way
dueling wrist lock here.
intertwining his limbs and entwining.
Nice takedown, single leg takedown
his limbs
by
around
Marty
his
Scurll.
opponent's legs.
Marty Scurll now working on the ankle.
It doesn't, he's got a joint in the elbow in the middle of his arm. Or joint
And he's
in
trying
his
to
leg,
bend
everything
the
else.
ankle. It looks like he's trying to bend the foot and trying to twist the foot.
Liquid bone.
Saber kicks himself over and then seamlessly turns it over.
Seamlessly.
Beautiful.
Taking
Beautiful
Marty
headlock
over to
takedown.
The side headlock.
And he's got the side headlock on him.
Crowd's hot.
'Cause the crowd is hot. The crowd understands. We understand. We're gonna get tech wizardry from both guys, not just Saber. The headlock is Skull trying to set him off the ropes, but the headlock is intact.
This is interesting grappling.
Yes.
Not like Jim Rock City.
No. We're getting like styles and variations, and then like transitions in the grapple. So there's actually a story behind these grapples. They both understand here. Obviously, we know both guys' styles pretty
Takes
well.
over, but the Saber
But the
holds
headlock's
on
still
to
in.
the cravat.
Yep. And we know that Saber's gonna go for the fingers, gonna go for the wrists. And we know that Marty's gonna go for the crossface chicken wings. So we
And
know both,
the fingers.
and the fingers. So
As he snaps fingers.
right. So we're gonna get both flows there. They wait into the corners, and Marty backs up and backs towards the ring
And bows.
and curtsies.
He has proven that he's not above
So,
using any and all.
Both guys clearly their styles flow so well with each other. So
That umbrella.
the chemistry is very real.
I believe he has a.
Will we see the umbrella? We'll
travels
see.
with About 16 of them. It's,
Now it's a test of
It's
strength.
actually he travels with a golf bag that is full of umbrellas.
Ooh,
Oh.
and a nice kick to the back of the leg.
Headbutt.
And then a headbutt by Skrull to respond to the kick to the back of the leg. Saber going for the kicks to the back of the leg versus the headbutt to Marty Skrull, and Marty's winning that exchange. I don't think your foot can match his head, Zach. I'm just
Those headbutts.
Yeah,
the headbutts him right in the chest,
The knuckle lock advantage there.
and then he tried to pin him,
Bridge.
and then the bridge to make sure that the pin could not happen by Saber.
Marty.
Marty's still got the wrist of Saber. He's trying to pin him down. He just can't. Saber would do the great bridge. He's got him down now and still has the bridge. Look at that strength by Saber. Nope. So Saber kicks out.
And
then
Skrull still
Monkey
has
flips
another
out, but he
lot.
still has the wrist.
But Marty brings him back. Gotta
And then-
switch it up here.
Oh
The monkey
my
flips,
God.
and they both still have the wrist, and they both went for the same move, and then Saber was that exchange, and now has an armbar.
That's ridiculous.
Marty
Chicken
pulled it
wing.
tight, and went for the chicken wing, and then an arm drag. He went for PK. He went for PK, and the Skrull does. And the Skrull understands. Now we're getting out of business.
Zach was swinging for the fences.
He sure was coming for his head. He was going for the
Couple
head.
inches off the man bun of Marty Skrull.
He was going for the head, and he almost hit him.
Oh, wow.
Now back to square one.
So there we go. All right.
These two guys know each other so well.
Let's see where we're going from here. Let's see where we're going.
Oh, we have to mention Rock and Roll Express.
Yes, Hall of Fame. Yes, congratulations to Rock and Roll Express.
Yes, one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
Yes. Two guys that
Long overdue.
yeah, it really is. Two guys that put in work, and a lot of people would argue they were Michaels and Jannetty before Michaels and Jannetty. With the popularity, how much they were heartthrobs in the ring. So congratulations, Rock and Roll Express. I think it was the Sporting News or CBS that spilled it on Monday morning. So salute the Rock and Roll Express. They'll join Kurt Angle in this year's Hall of Fame down in Orlando.
This class is already looking awesome.
Yeah, this class is going to be dope.
And it's on the Friday night before the...
Yep, they switched it up this year. So going for a vertical suplex, and it's just a throw. It's just a vertical suplex throw by Marty Skrull.
To leave his feet.
Yeah, so they switched it up. So it's going to be Hall of Fame on Friday, TakeOver Orlando Saturday, and then WrestleMania Sunday. So that's what they're doing instead of last year, or traditional years. Marty Skrull's going in with the crowd. But Marty's got the foot in the middle of the shoulder blades, and he's still locking the wrists together. And Saber's trying to get out of it, and he does, but then gets into almost a pinning predicament, because he can really pin his shoulders down with his feet. Marty Skrull could.
He'll really go nuts.
And now he's got his feet on his head, and he looks like he's trying to stretch his shoulders. Skrull's trying to kick. He was trying to bicycle kick his way out, and successfully does get out.
Very wisely. Was bicycling those legs.
So now they're back in the corner.
Marty and then broke free of the.
All right, now this is normally the part where we think we're going to kick this up, and that's exactly what happens. He's got a forearm to the face by Saber. Skrull promptly goes to the leg and uses the apron, as we all know, the hardest part of the ring, to work on the leg of Saber. Knife edge chop.
Oh, sack.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, on the apron.
He stomps on the elbow on the apron. Yeah, but we know that a ball of ring set is there's not much room on the outside, so they really kind of pack him in, the fans.
Whatever happened to Zach in the beginning when they were rolling around?
And now Saber's going to work on the arm.
Throwing him off his game plan.
I think he stomped on the apron. He broke after a 2 count.
Not typical.
And then Skrull responds in kind and going back and going to the arm. They really are cut from the same cloth, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And a nice palm strike by Marty Skrull. He's going for the elbow. Stomps on the elbow, which obviously hurts the wrist. So Skrull with the advantage now. Working on, looks like the right elbow and the right arm of Saber. Now Saber's got the leg.
Picks a takedown.
With the sweep. And ooh! With the twist. With the twist on the neck.
With Marty Skrull's head.
Twist on the neck, and now Saber's got to shake the cobwebs out of his right elbow. But Marty Skrull with the headbutt to the chest. And now snapmare takedown. And then the prompt stomp to the face. Like he stomped him right in the nose. Caught him right in the nose.
It's gritty.
Yes, it was.
This is gritty.
He probably just like stomped on the nose and then used the momentum of his opposite foot to just kick off of it. It was just nasty. As now he's holding the right leg and it's stomped on the right arm. And now he's going to go to work. He's going surfing.
Saber looking to.
He's trying to go surfing. He's got the legs. He's got the legs locked. And that's so much worse. It's so much worse. He pulled him up by the nose. It's so much worse.
Oh, he's got the left arm.
He's trying to lock in the left arm. Saber knows what's coming. And he gets slapped in the back of the head. He knows what's coming, and then he rakes the back.
Back rake.
And then now he's going surfing.
Ring apron.
And
Take him up
wait
here.
for it. He's trying to get momentum. And there it is.
Got him.
Romero special, the flying
Romero
surfboard, whatever
special.
you like to
Romero
call it.
special. And he rolls through. Oh, okay. This is cool. He's just rolling through. It's causing even more punishment.
My
He's just rolling
God.
through. It's causing even more. And now he's
Look
got.
at that. Look at that white sack.
Oh,
Dragon
and then he's got
sleeper.
a dragon sleeper as he still has the legs locked.
And he tells the crowd that they're number one.
Yep.
Reaches
Zach,
over, grabs the left
Saber
arm,
gets
girl.
out of the dragon sleeper portion of it, but still has his legs locked. And now he's bent the wrist backwards. Saber gets free, and now Saber's going to go to work on the arm. But at the same time, hook the leg
Instead,
and twist the arm.
Look at
The same thing he did with the head earlier. He's twisting also. They're working both guys on the right arm. They're both right hand dominant. So they're working on the right arm. Good
Very
strategies.
methodical pace he's taken to this match.
So instead, actually, that was the left arm of Marty Scurll. So but he's chopping with the right. Saber is kind of like, come with it. He's basically telling him, come with it.
Egging him on.
He's like, come on, you can do better than that. Come on, bro. He did better than that.
Look at it, tap each other.
The third knife edge chop brought Saber to a knee.
Type relationship between these guys.
I think Zach found success a little quicker over here in PWG than Marty, but Marty has come on strong in 2016.
Nice duck. And then we're back to the tech moves.
And there.
Oh my God.
Back to the tech moves. This is the flow into your Saber. The Saber that rolls through.
Schoolboy.
Schoolboy roll with a bridge. Schoolboy with a bridge. Kicks out. Beautiful flow by Saber. Beautiful. It
Very
was
nearly
brilliant.
dashing the hopes of Marty Scurll.
As he disorients Marty Scurll for a brief moment. Scurll kicked out, but that was a beautiful
And you have no
flow
idea where he actually
by
is.
Saber.
And before you
Nice
even
uppercut in the
realize
corner.
his arms are pinned to the mat.
Now Saber's got control, and it looks like his arm's gonna be all right.
But if
Nice
you're
uppercut there.
hearing is,
So going from corner to
hearing
corner,
like you might not hear, and
uppercuts.
53 all of a sudden. You didn't even realize your shoulders were down.
Uppercut number 3.
And a loss here for Marty would be.
But this
obviously
time,
disappointing,
they go back to the ring, and then now Scurll reversed it.
Fight his way.
No.
It looked like Saber tried to bring him to the ground and work on the arms, but
That's
instead,
a little fish
yeah,
hook.
no, he's got the fish hook, he's got the nose hook,
Junior. You only had to beat one guy.
he's got the nose hook,
14 guys in a row.
That's true. Yeah, you got that defeated streak. I forgot about that.
and Saber back to the face,
That's true.
and does the same that same like move.
Yeah, you guys,
Saber.
Yeah, to Saber, Marty had to he stepped on the face and used his momentum on the other foot to just like grind his foot into the face. Nice takedown by Marty Scurll.
Slammed him down.
He slammed him down right on the
Elbow
arm.
Locked into place.
Slammed him right on the arm.
Showing some
The arm that he
power.
tried to do damage on earlier in the match.
As you mentioned before, with the power advantage, I mean, he is.
And now he's working on the wrist. He's got the fingers.
And I don't mean
Look at the
that
fingers. He's trying to bend him back.
He
Ooh.
is incredibly strong for a man of his size.
And he's trying to. Look like he's gonna. Yeah, he's stomping
Stomp
on the upper part of the shoulder.
back of
Like
the
not
elbow,
quite the armpit, but close.
driving that wrist.
He's driving the wrist into the mat. Clearly, he's working on the
Oh,
wrist.
look at that, Zach. Immediately.
Saber.
laid it
Saber
down.
immediately countered because he knew what was coming.
Left with Scurll once
But
again,
Marty
slams him
still
down.
slams him down.
He uses his momentum.
Yeah, but used the momentum against him and drove his wrist into the ground. He was clearly aiming for the wrist and succeeded. I don't think Saber's safe, especially on the apron with Marty as good of a technical wrestler as he is.
Ring onto the floor.
Oh, this might hurt.
Backdrap.
Back suplex on the apron.
Not a lot of mustard on that, but he's still. I mean,
It was effective. It worked.
Spine colliding with that steel
Ooh,
support.
now he's going back to the face.
It's uncomfortable. Yeah.
He's going back to the face using the ropes to choke him.
Wrestling are uncomfortable, but
The villain doing villain tactics.
What do you expect?
Yep, it's part of the course. It's part of the course.
Into the ring.
Now Marty working on cravat.
So you can see he doesn't have him close to the body like Zach did.
Yeah, but there's a method to the madness of all these holds. It's not even just like they're just throwing stuff out there. They're actually putting some method behind them.
Oh!
Another bridge
my
by Saber. What a bridge! And then back to it. He tried to go back to the wrist and it got elbowed right in the face of Marty Scurll. So Scurll retains momentum. A beautiful bridge by Saber to get out of that. But Marty had a counter and a boot to the head, which
Nothing
counter for that one. Oh, it looked like he was going for a figure four, and it didn't step through. But instead, he's gonna try to turn him into a pretzel. Considering it's something of Philly, it makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
He's again working on the wrist. At the same time, he traps the leg of Zack Sabre.
Zack escapes.
Zack finds a way out, and now he's got the control of the leg. And this could end very badly for Marty Scurll.
Picks the takedown.
Nice single leg takedown, huh?
Yeah,
And now he's gonna try to twist
Joint
the leg.
manipulation.
Yep, he's trying to twist the leg.
Going for.
He's got the leg hooked and kind of a one leg, kind of a stretch surfboard type of move. He pulled the left wrist and had his foot in the middle of his back.
These two seem to be settling in for
knife edge chop
here.
with the right arm, as clearly the left is the focus of Sabre.
We've seen both these guys utilize this pace in their matches. I mean, when they're in there together, these guys can do this all night.
The crowd is just like waiting for what's going to happen next.
We're about 15 minutes into this matchup.
Backbreaker, nice backbreaker by Marty Scurll.
Right now, it feels like it's barely starting.
Yeah, both these guys so dangerous too. I mean,
it does seem like I think these guys are right. I think they are just getting warmed up. It looks like they're just getting warmed up.
Almost finished it with that pinfall.
Yeah.
That crazy.
I do believe in Perfect Talk shows next, by the way.
Yes, they are.
Yes. As Deja does her thing.
And then Harem from 1 to 3 since the Kiss Room week.
Yep, it's the Kiss Room week.
Kiss Room. As we do the Friday Party Pack.
Yep.
3 to 5. Which I am involved with since I do Hard and Heavy the last Friday of the month.
Is content to settle in.
Oh my God, this is just so good.
Kicked in the hamstrings by Marty Scurll. And a slap to the back.
Zack up to his feet.
Sabre's
Zack's
up.
like, yeah, you don't want to do that.
All right, we can go this route. Uppercut in the ring uppercut in the middle of the ring.
Knocks Scurll back, but he's walking towards Zack.
And Sabre, and then Scurll's asking for more. And Sabre's happy to oblige. He's like, come with it, come on. He's like, come with it. So he's happy to oblige.
Oh, going to the eye.
It's going to
20 minutes in.
He's going to the Aries move. He's going to the Aries move. Actually, they break on 4. He definitely moved the Aries move from the eye. The villain doing villain tactics.
Telling the crowd they're number 1.
Yep.
Doesn't need these people. He only needs to beat Zack Sabre Jr.
Back to the wrist. It's kind of this can hurt. It's got a gory special. A gory airplane spin.
Zack upside
down. Zack, there's not a lot of ways you can go with this. There's not a lot of ways this ends well for Zack Sabre. He's got him in a gory submission.
He's actually extending the spine of Zack Sabre Jr.
And now he's bending Sabre back.
Oh, wow.
He could have gone faster. He chose not to. Into the corner. That could have been so much worse for Sabre.
Zack seated up on the top rope.
Even worse, he could have just fell down. He could have just dropped down. That would have just been a wrap. That would just been GG for Sabre. But he didn't go that route.
Hard to get a grip.
Sabre going to the...
Marty's
going all the way to the top.
Dangerous position.
Superplex.
Superplex.
Nice superplex by Marty Scurll. Good technique right there.
To have some sort of counter out of midair.
I was kind of expecting Sabre to turn into a crossbody. I really was. But he didn't go that route.
I thought when they were going into the corner, he was going to do that sort of what Zack does with the turnbuckle and his head. I thought that was going to happen.
It was just a clean superplex.
Marty, though, looking to pull himself up to his feet with the assistance of the ropes.
Yeah, Zack looking worse for wear.
It's just a clean superplex.
Marty up to his feet first.
Marty's up to it. Marty's up to his feet. So Sabre is in trouble. Punch, chop, punch, chop, punch, chop.
Literally and figuratively.
He's in that Ambrose bag, he's in that Shibata bag, and now it's just punches and stomps. It's just stomps to the head, to the arm, to the ribs. And Marty Scurll is really dominating this match right now. And the headbutt to the chest, but this time by Sabre with the headbutt. And then one of the arm drag.
Zach coming down incredibly awkwardly. On
And
that shoulder.
Smarty Smoke was still going to work. Super kick on the apron, and he did not
Charges him
miss.
with that super kick.
Right in the ear. Right in the ear and the head.
That's gotta be ringing.
Oh, yes.
Marty rolls him.
Absolutely. It gets him back in the ring because obviously the pinfall has to happen in the ring or the submission because both guys are submission guys. Nice powerbomb. Oh, Sabre caught him. Sabre caught him on the bridge.
He was going for the jackknife.
He was going for the jackknife. Pin. And Sabre countered in reverse. They turned to a sunset flip type of pin. But he got.
But Skrull gets back.
And he's going for it again.
Powerbomb.
He's going for the powerbomb again. Last ride. Coming with the last ride. Center of the ring.
Hooks both legs.
And the kick out.
Not a lot on that kick
By
out.
Sabre.
There is Dave Meltzer.
Only for Marty Skrull.
Dave Meltzer enjoying the action.
Wrestling reviewer extraordinaire.
Yes.
Who finally they got the dirt on the WrestleMania crowd from last year. Who finally admitted it wasn't 101,000.
You're seeing how damaged this exactly.
They always pay for those
Yeah.
WrestleMania
Yeah.
attendance numbers.
Yeah, they always do that, but that was including like the ushers and like the people that actually worked in the building.
And people who got comp tickets.
Right, exactly. So that's what that
He
was.
didn't admit the comp tickets, but
Yeah. Like they
we
still,
can only expect so much from
I
this.
think it was that they broke the record. They still broke the record for people inside the building, like actual paid people in it. But it wasn't 100,000. I think it was like 96, something like that. We still broke the WrestleMania record. That wasn't Detroit. But I don't think it was not close. It was not 100,000. We can keep 100 right now. Marty's going for the finish. He's going for his crawfish chicken wing.
This is close.
He's waiting for Sabre to get up.
He's got to get on him.
Saber's still
And
disoriented for the last ride.
Too much time faffing about.
Can Sabre recover? Because Marty's just setting it up. He's not doing anything. He's just. Can Sabre recover? Can Sabre, I'm sure, knows what's coming.
Chicken wing!
And then promptly uppercut. Sabre knew what was coming, and the forearm by Skrull. Going for the ropes, but Sabre's following him. Actually, Sabre went to the adjacent corner. And then octopus. Oh, you know what's coming next. You already know what's next. You already know.
This hurts me.
Yeah, you already know. Sabre knew, and Skrull knew what was coming. And went to the ropes, but it got kicked in the fingers. Oh!
That short
Nelson.
half Nelson
Yes.
suplex.
Snap half Nelson suplex. Back of the shoulder, back of the head of Marty Skrull felt all of that.
Biggest flurry of the match here. This might be his best.
That snap, like a Tozawa snap German. Another one. This one with a bridge. Another beautiful bridge. But he keeps it.
Zach immediately transitioning.
But he keeps it. Is going back dragon? And he locks the wrist.
Back dragon sleeper.
Yep. No, he went for the dragon. He lost control, and then now he's got it.
More punishment on Marty.
Then he reverses. Then he does something different. Goes to a roll up.
Oh!
Crucifix roll up. And then he.
Wanted Rick Knox aware that
Skrull kicks out.
coming into
The
a
transitions
pinfall.
from Marty Skrull.
So good.
This is a transition for Zack Sabre too.
Microsecond that he can.
The tech skill, so good.
Zach, you can see the gears moving in his head.
Picking up Marty here. European.
Back to the
uppercut.
uppercuts by Sabre.
Knocks Marty down.
Not of these guys wearing like elbow pads and whatnot. So clearly they're feeling all the damage they're doing to the arms. But then that's the style of both guys. So I guess we should understand. We should know by now. That's just what they do.
Zach doesn't wrestle with knee pads either.
No, he sure doesn't. Skrull wrestles with knee pads, but Zach doesn't go with the knee pads.
I could get you wins.
And Sabre's
kicking him.
Yeah, he's just testing the waters with kicking him in the face.
Another
Those are some waters to test, and then he promptly just stomps him in the face. So that always works. Another stomp to the elbow.
Stomp to the elbow.
Oh, we should also mention Seth Rollins is looking more promising that he will make WrestleMania. They're going to be still planning on Triple H and Rollins. The match still going down in early
Reigns
April.
and Braun!
That's Fastlane, yes.
Oh, got the finger.
He's got the fingers. Marty's got their fingers.
Shh.
Zach
Sammy knew what was coming. And
Pele kicks the arm.
Pele kicked the arm is
That
right.
DDT, but got
Oh,
caught.
that was a beautiful tag. And then now that he's going for the flip over, he's got the arms. Nope, no, he was going for a pin. He flipped right into a chicken wing. He rolled right into the CrossFit chicken wing. He's got the arm. He's got one of the arms. He's got the arm hooked. He couldn't get the head part. He couldn't get the He could get the head part proper. But Sabre gets to the
Marty
ropes
trying to pull him off.
and then gets kicked right in the arm.
Returns the kick to the arm. while
He
it's on
returns the
ropes.
kick right to the arm. A knife edge chop with a good right arm. Nice Hurricane Rana by Sabre. And he turns it to. Are you kidding me? He turns it to a crossover breaker. And what's his counter by Marty Skrull?
No!
And he kicks out.
No!
That was. Are you kidding me? What was that?
That was dope.
By both men.
Sabre did a Hurricane Rana, which he immediately turned to a cross-arm breaker. And then Marty Skrull countered it, used the momentum against Sabre to try to roll him up and pin him. But the Sabre kicked out.
Zach hits the ropes. Marty.
Oh, he's going for a super
Just
kick.
kidding.
Faked him out. And he went for the kick again. This time, Marty counters. Marty gets countered.
Looking back.
And then we get the rollout. We get the bridge. And he's got him pinned. Oh, and he got
Chicken
caught. Crossface chicken wing. Oh, Sabre got caught. He got caught big time. And he's right in the center of the ring.
Zach's in trouble. He's got
Zach is
hooked.
in deep, deep
The
trouble.
torque on the neck. Oh, look at the shoulder.
Sabre's trying to roll over to the ropes. I think he hooks the rope with his foot.
Was getting to the ropes, and that was desperation.
Yeah, that was a beautiful ring awareness by Sabre, who knew he was in trouble. He knew he was doomed, but he saw the ropes were there and was able to get to him with his legs. What a match.
Marty Skrull up to his feet, center of the ring.
You kind of got the crowd like kind of flipping sides as we go through with this.
Skrull.
And a knife edge chop.
Chop across the chest. Marty.
Ooh,
asking for
we
Zach
get a
to
second
come
one.
back, but right now, Zach's a bit
And
like
then
a
Zack
wounded
Sabre
dog.
has just caught a lot of chops. He's taken a lot of abuse to the chest as well as the arm.
Flurry of kicks and strikes. Then he already has
That second one hit deep. And he's asking for more. I think he's asking for more. Okay.
Uppercut just-
Comes back with an uppercut.
Popping sound.
Well, both guys stare down. I think we're about to get a confrontation.
Exchanging.
We got chops. All right, so we got chops versus uppercuts. Sabre with the uppercuts. Marty with the chops. Marty is so far winning the argument until Sabre promptly running up and then running shoulder. That wasn't even a chop. He faked a super kick.
Just
And
kidding.
a super kick right in the kneecap. That was a beautiful fake super kick to the face, and then he caught him with the kneecap.
Now Marty charges in.
And then
Oh,
gets
hilarious.
kicked
What a counter. Another one.
Tell Zach he's number one.
right in the arm, and dual slaps. Oh, another snap, full Nelson.
Zach almost slides
Look
under.
at the snap, full Nelson.
That happened. Oh, Marty.
Oh, Marty reversed it, brainbuster.
Brainbuster.
Look like Sabre was going for a suplex, and then he got insta countered by Marty Skrull, and then the brainbuster.
Positioning himself as close to the ropes as possible.
And both men are down, but neither is in any position to try to pin the other.
Sabre Jr.
Neither's even close to each other right now.
Checking on Marty Skrull. This has been
He
a
landed on the back.
grueling
Sabre landed on the back of his head and neck as he took that brainbuster.
Crowd split pretty evenly between the two here.
And now the crowd is split. We kind of saw a little bit of Marty fans, a little bit of Zach fans, but now the crowd is
Still
split.
down. Zach actually just in a seated position.
Oh!
And you can see he's holding.
And he
the
left
side of the
himself
head.
wide open for a super kick to the head.
Orbital bone there.
And Marty Skrull
How
did
he
not
landed
miss.
on the brainbuster, but
Second verse same as the first. This time back with the ear like he did earlier on the apron.
Oh, he tells him he's number. Oh,
And now he's
Wrong-
gonna bend both
wrong.
those middle fingers. He's gonna try to bend them both. And it's
and does that.
successful. Though I guess it did. I think he was successful. Look like Marty, either he's still favoring the arm or he kind of felt a little bit of
He's
that.
disgusted by himself. Oh, look for the uppercut, backslide.
Backslide by Sabre. And then Sabre turns to a sit-out powerbomb. Which he rolls through. And now, he's going for the arms.
Oh.
Look, he's going for the arms.
Maybe looking to bridge.
Oh, he's gonna bridge back. He's gonna bridge back.
bad for Marty.
Sabre knew, Marty knew what was coming.
Cradle.
Inside cradle by Marty Skrull. That was almost 3. That was almost 3.
Perilously close.
That was amazingly close. That was
Rick
almost
Johnson's hand
3.
was a hair's breadth away from striking the canvas.
Marty
with a
Scurll
free
barely
count.
kicked out, and the
Hey,
palm
just-
slap right to the face.
Got him.
Nice
Front
suplex.
trajectory into the
Single hook
Give
suplex.
it the PK.
Single underhook suplex, and then the PK right to the chest by Zack Sabre, and then the quick kick out by the barely kicked out after 2 by Marty Scurll.
Oh my God, this is a war.
These 2 dudes
This
are
is a
going in. These 2 dudes are
war.
going. There's a reason why there's a 60-minute time limit. These 2 dudes are going in.
Really slow to capitalize on Marty Scurll right now.
Both guys are down, and both guys are feeling so much pain right now.
We're nearing the 30-minute mark of this match.
Man, they're going.
Yeah.
yeah. We can. I can completely understand that.
In the midst of this match, or maybe even actually.
Both guys are down. Sabre is
Trying to stretch his calf, maybe
kind of
trying to
sitting
stretch
Indian
that
style,
band.
but Marty Scurll was face down for the first 5.
Hate to see
We
this
still got to
go
deal with
down.
10 counts.
Exactly.
Sabre's up to his feet, kind of squatting in the corner. Sabre is.
Showing him those 2 fingers.
He's Scurll's asking him to come with it. He's asking him to come with it.
The British
Knowing Marty Scurll, could this be a trap? No.
When they were at war with France,
No, they're both up.
Have the longbowmen would have their 2 fingers chopped off.
What's one thing we've learned in wrestling over the years? Don't they say you beat up your friends more than you beat up your enemies?
Yep.
This is one of those things. Nice uppercut
Oh my God.
by Marty Scurll there.
Yeah, Zach.
Sabre's. I don't know what Sabre was doing, but he did another uppercut there. Okay.
He just mooned.
Okay. The full move was
Putting
out.
up a little something there.
Yeah, these guys are just, I mean, this is brutal. Oh,
Nice uppercut by Marty Scurll there. Nice uppercut by Marty Scurll.
ton.
Well, I think he just adjusted his tights.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, yeah. They're dueling uppercuts. And then back to the chop, and that one hurts.
Not sure
That one
if
hurts
the effect of the
Sabre.
uppercut.
That chop. Look at Sabre's chest. That one hurt.
Beat red.
Back to the uppercut, yeah, trying to match the trunks. Another knife edge chop. Ooh! And then a slap right across the face, and that dropped. That dropped Marty Scurll.
Zack Sabre Jr. taking
What a
time,
slap.
taking a moment, a tick of the top.
Oh,
to
what a
collect
slap right
himself.
there. Let's go for the running boot to the
Once again,
dome.
that kick.
Sabre's the first.
That's the single leg could
Oh,
get him. There it is.
let's go for the octopus.
That octopus hold.
Let's go for the arm. You know what it is. You already know what time it is. Let's go for the fingers.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Let's go for the fingers.
Flying octopus hold applied. Marty
But
reversed.
Marty counters. Tombstone. Jumping tombstone. Oh no! Not only a jumping tombstone, but the back of his head.
Down.
The
My
top-
God!
The top of the
My
back.
God!
The top of the back of Sabre's head.
Of a large skyscraper building just
That just looked nasty.
Jumping tombstone.
That looked nasty.
The back of Sabre's head. The Sabre's in a fetal right now. Look at him.
Marty Scurll with the advantage, and Zack Sabre Jr.
That was so
Not
quick and
one
sudden,
out
too.
is he. After the tombstone,
That was so
after
quick
the
and sudden.
buster, After the shots to the head.
What
after
a
the headbutt to the
tombstone.
jaw.
This is so quick.
We have seen.
Clearly, he paid him back for those half Nelson
Marty
suplexes.
Scurll.
That was a payback with interest.
Already taking him to another level.
I'm not sure Sabre knows where he at right now. Oh, never mind.
No.
Never mind. That prompt.
Chicken
And
leg.
a beautiful counter, and then rolled through by
Frontal.
Sabre. Sabre on the bridge.
1, 2.
He can't kick out, and he's finding a way to kick out. I think Sabre went that way in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yep.
It's going for the arms. He rolls through with a cross arm breaker. Can he unlock the fingers? Can he unlock the fingers? Yes, he does. And then he's bending him back. Let's go! Jeez! Oh!
That's that.
Oh! Jeez! You can hear the snap. You can hear the snap. And the Sabre. Oh, Sabre's in deep trouble. Sabre's in real trouble.
Oh!
But he rolls through. Sabre rolls through. He's got the pin attempt. And he kicks. And then Scurll kicks out. He went for a kick.
Chicken wing.
And then the
Knocked
ref.
out the ref.
And then the ref is. Oh! No, now the ref is knocked out. They went into the ref. Scurll went back first into the ref trying to go for the crossface chicken wing. And I don't know what that was, but it hurts. Look like a
One,
double underhook
two,
throw.
three.
The ref is out. The ref is out after that kick by Sabre. Caught the ref right in the arm. And right in the arm and head. That ref is out.
Being taken
That
out.
ref is out. And for that matter, so is Sabre. And Marty gets to go to work. It's just a matter of how he's
And
going to
they're
do it.
chanting for the other ref.
Position to officiate this match.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do, Marty? What are you going to do?
And now
What are you going to do? He's going to the bread and butter? Yeah, he's going for the bread and butter.
Umbrella.
He's going for the bread and butter.
16 battle of Los Angeles. It may help him win the PWG World Championship.
He's going for the bread and butter. He's getting ready for spring training. And Central Preview on the last, by the way. He's getting ready for the. He's getting ready for spring training. What's he going to do? He's going to swing on his friend? He's going to swing on his friend?
The guys in tag team partners.
The villain with a conscience? Look at the psychology. The villain with the conscience. Is he going to swing on his? Is he going to swing on his friend? Is he going to do it? He couldn't do it. Wow, he couldn't swing on his friend.
Villain, maybe with the heart of gold.
He couldn't swing on his friend.
What's he doing now?
What is he doing?
Marty goes
Rick Knox.
back.
Somebody should help him. He is unconscious. Maybe for the.
He grabbed the
hit
belt.
him with the belt.
Oh, okay. He can grab the belt
Marty
instead.
turns to the ring with the belt in hand.
He came back with the belt, and then got uppercutted right in the
Knocked Marty
chin.
off his feet.
So now what's Sabre gonna do?
Zach is tempted.
Now what's Sabre gonna do?
This could level the playing field.
Now we're gonna even battle. Now we've got an even fight. Will Marty swing with the umbrella?
Zach
He who hesitates
and
is
his
lost.
reflection. And the goal
Sabre's thinking about it.
Justin.
And then there's another ref. Oh, then the Guerrero. Is it the Guerrero move? We in the Guerrero bag?
From Zach.
We might be in the Guerrero bag.
Oh!
Oh, Fuji! We got the powder in the eyes. We got the roll up. We got the roll up. We got the roll up. And the kick out.
Oh,
and the kick
shit.
out. And the kick
Oh.
out. We got Fuji. Rest in peace to Mr. Fuji.
Powder, I don't even know where the hell he got the powder.
That's a really good question. He got the powder. Wait, where did he get the powder from?
With a momentary advantage.
Zach trying to wipe his eyes out with his kick pad.
Yeah,
Let me see the. Yeah.
Wiping his eyes with this kick.
He
This
really
is so good.
Yo, the psychology involved in this match. So Marty's wondering how did he kick out?
Marty arguing with Justin when really
He didn't use the. Oh, no, triangle choke. Let's go for the triangle choke.
he's got him hooked deep with the
But
triangle.
the strength of Marty Scurll turns into a powerbomb. He was trying to bridge. Oh, what's he gonna do?
Oh,
He's got the umbrella.
Marty grabs the umbrella.
And Sabre sees it. Sabre sees it. I think he's trying to disarm him. He was trying to disarm him. And now he's got the arm spin back, and you have nowhere to go, and he verbally submits.
They gave up. And
Marty
Zach
verbally
Sabre
submits.
retains the title.
And it probably gets stomped in the back of the head for no reason. That was good. Oh, that was so good. Wow.
That was amazing.
That was from what, February 8th that day was? That's it?
Let's see, PWG Mystery Award.
That was crazy. He gets stomped in the back of the head for no reason. The match is over. And the Marty Scurll gets
from
stomped.
December 17th.
Oh, it's from last year. Okay. That was great.
But
That
it
was-
just came out on DVD.
What a match. What a match. That was brilliant. What a match.
My God. Yeah.
And the ending was dope too. And the psychology. He couldn't hit one of his best friends with the umbrella. Instead, he gets it with the powder. Also, Mr. Fuji flow. That was pretty. That was lovely. That was a tremendous match.
Yes. Lounger Monday.
Inside the lounge,
Charles Oakley.
we will certainly talk Charles Oakley. We will certainly talk about the dumpster fire that is the New York Knicks. We're going to go, the American League Central will be the first division we will preview in our division-by-division preview, now that obviously the football season's over. So we'll talk about the American League Central. That means the AL champion Indians, the former two-time champion Royals, the Tigers, the Twins, the White Sox, and where the White Sox obviously go from here without Chris Sale. We'll certainly get into that. We're going to get into some basketball and some hockey. Obviously, Duke beating North Carolina last night. We'll talk about some rivalries.
Who won UCLA, Oregon?
UCLA. UCLA did come back and win that game. So UCLA, Oregon will certainly drop a little bit. Same with UNC. Will drop a little bit. But there's still going to be players in the tournament, all four of those teams. Gonzaga's still going strong, but they got a big game tomorrow night with St. Mary's, so we'll certainly look into that and see where we are on Monday and see where everyone will stand, or where we think everyone will stand, because the polls will come out on Monday afternoon.
Great.
Let's see. We've got Russell Westbrook. Kevin Durant returns to Oklahoma City, which has probably been the most hyped game in the NBA season, as Durant will finally make his return to Oklahoma City, and he will get booed loudly and just lustfully booed. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be tomorrow night. ABC's got the Warriors on TV again, so that's going to be entertaining. So that's really the lounge for Monday, and we're also going to talk about, this is like the special thing. Remember Atlanta's choke job, obviously, last Sunday with the Super Bowl. It's got us to thinking. We talked a little bit of Ginger Soda Maniac, who might be in studio Monday.
Oh.
We were talking, and we tried to come up with, trying to think of greatest choke jobs in sports. So
obviously New York.
Greatest
Yankees.
greatest choke jobs in sports. We'll do one for games and we'll do one for series. I think that'll be kind of appropriate. But yeah, greatest choke jobs in sports. So we're gonna get into that on Monday. So come with your best. I'm sure Ginger Side will come with his best. I'll put up some on the lounge page as examples of choke jobs. That would be good. I'll do that between now and Monday. So that'll be the major topic aside from Oakley that we'll really get into.
Charles Oakley, my God.
Yeah, the Knicks screw that up heavy. Certainly a priceless fail of the year candidate would be the New York Knicks. Certainly. And for that matter, the Falcons too. But that's certainly priceless fails of the year candidates. We have two of them in the early going with the Knicks and the Atlanta Falcons. Brooklyn Nets would be too easy. The Nets was just bad. We knew they were going to be terrible. The Nets are too easy. But the Knicks and the Falcons are certainly priceless fail of the year candidates.
Yes.
So that'll do it for the preview of the lounge. Monday morning at 9, we kick off the week on Monka Radio. So that's how we do this. Take it home.
Yes, it's 11:44 on Monka Radio, where music and minds meet.